During the dry summer, when food is scarce, bears venture out of the deep forest into residential areas in search of food. Faced directly with humans, tensions reach a peak. The result is dramatic falls and collisions recorded by cameras, both horrifying and making viewers hold their breath. In the mountains of northern Spain, Castile and Leon, the scene was like a dramatic film. A fierce female bear, protecting her cub, charged into a deadly battle with a male bear right at the edge of a rocky cliff. Roars echoed through the valley, each pounce sending rocks flying. Then the fateful moment happened. The sound of the body colliding with the rock echoed, making the witnesses speechless. Their hearts dropped. Fortunately, a miracle happened. The mother bear and her cub survived the fall, stood up shakily but safely. The wild world is full of incredible secrets. Click sign up to explore.
Whoa!
Meanwhile, the forests in the north are shrinking, and the bear's food sources are becoming scarce as the dry summers drag on. Berries, roots, and stream fish, the bear's main food sources, are becoming scarce. Hungry and desperate, they are forced to leave the forest, following the scent of food to farms. Cornfields and livestock have become reluctant targets. It's not just vandalism. It's the bear's struggle for survival against environmental pressures. So how can humans balance crop protection and bear conservation? It was early evening and the farm was quiet and still. Suddenly, a huge black figure stepped out of the dark woods. It was a hungry bear. My heart pounded as I saw it stop, its eyes shining as it watched the sheep by the fence. The air seemed to close, and all that could be heard was the sound of insects and the wind rustling through the grass. Then, suddenly, the bear charged forward. The sheep bleated and scattered in panic. The earth was thrown up by the powerful blows, and the smell of burning wool and sweat mixed in the air. But fortunately, just when it seemed all was lost, a flashlight flashed from the main house. The farmer rushed out with his gun in his hand, shouting, shaking the night. The bear stopped, roared, and then charged into the night, leaving the grass covered with footprints. The sheep were shaken but safe. Most importantly, bear hunting for the farm is authorized and monitored by the government, allowing bear population control to be legal, safe, and in balance between humans and nature. Luckily, this time they saved the flock and protected the crop. From attacking livestock on farms, hungry bears have also ventured into urban areas in search of food. They rummage through trash cans and wander the streets, leaving residents both frightened and amazed. But unfortunately it happened. It was a quiet summer afternoon in Boulder, Colorado, until the whole neighborhood held its breath. A 200-pound black bear had wandered into town looking for food, and it was stuck in a 2-3 foot high tree. Below, the rescue team had a net in place, hands gripping tightly, eyes following the bear's every move. Then suddenly, crack, the branch broke and the bear fell. Everything seemed to stop for a moment, but luckily, a rescue net caught the fall, helping it to stand up safely, only slightly dazed and staggering a few steps before running off into the woods, leaving the crowd to breathe a sigh of relief after the extremely tense moment. If bears didn't raid farms or invade cities looking for food, would they still be hunted? Perhaps they just want to survive like any other species. What do you think? Should they be controlled or left alone in their natural habitat? Oh, survival is determined by survival instinct and harsh urban terrain. This scene shows that even in human habitats, the battle for survival is fierce, with baboons attacking in search of food. The scene that day was breathtaking. From among the concrete buildings of Arusha, a troop of baboons rushed out from somewhere, eyes darting, hair standing on end. Screams rang out as they attacked, snatching anything edible. The hearts of onlookers raced, a mixture of fear and sympathy, clearly fighting for survival. Baboons reproduce incredibly quickly. A female can have 1 or 2 litters of 3 to 6 babies a year. When food is scarce in the wild, especially during the harsh dry season, the baboons become more aggressive and desperate than ever. They swarm into towns, rummaging through trash bins, stealing fruit from markets, and even snatching food right in front of people, turning the peaceful streets into battlegrounds for survival. But the people here do more than just chase them away. They also work to keep the ecosystem in balance. They use humane population control measures while preserving the natural habitat to prevent the species from becoming extinct. This is an attempt to find a balance between humans and wildlife, that the best solution is to find a way for humans and animals to coexist rather than eliminate each other. In another development in the Limpopo region of South Africa, farmers have been losing tens of % of their corn crops as baboons have invaded and destroyed them, causing more damage than any other monkey species. This has forced local people to hunt down the aggressive and agile baboons. The Limpopo region of South Africa, where lush green cornfields stretch to the horizon, loses its serenity at nightfall. From the dry hillsides, baboons descend like a storm, destroying crops in a matter of hours. Their shrill cries echo through the valleys, like a challenge, leaving farmers helpless to watch as entire crops are washed away before their eyes. That left farmers and hunters in Limpopo unable to stand idly by. As dawn broke over the hills, a thick mist still shrouded the trees, and the forest was eerily silent. The hunters walked silently, guns in hand, breathing slowly and rapidly. Then the moment of waiting came, and dark shadows loomed in the forest. The hunter lowered the barrel of his gun, his finger tightening on the trigger. The explosion tore through the mist, echoing throughout the valley. The smell of gunpowder mixed with the scent of damp earth. The shrill cries of monkeys echoed, making even the human heart tighten. the chase broke out, chaotic like a wild dance, where man and nature collided, reminding that balance is necessary for both to coexist. Most importantly, baboon hunting with rifles has been officially licensed by the South African government to protect crops and reduce serious damage to agriculture. This is a necessary measure to maintain ecological balance and protect farmers' livelihoods. Additionally, to protect crops and maintain the balance between humans and nature, Limpopo people have installed electric fences around their fields. This measure is not intended to harm baboons, but to keep them away from cultivated areas, reducing conflict and protecting both livelihoods and the ecosystem. Compared with barbed wire or conventional woven fences, electric fences save on labor and initial costs, but require regular maintenance to remain effective. Have you ever wondered why baboon troop are causing such damage to agriculture? Perhaps they are not just destructive, but simply trying to survive in an increasingly harsh environment where food is scarce and territory is shrinking. Millions of feral hogs are destroying crops across the United States, leaving behind devastated fields and billions of dollars in damage each year. Hunters are not only exhausted, but also angry when they see herds of wild hogs attacking at night. They are forced to fight to protect their land and crops. What's special is that they don't know that today is the last day, because no wild hog can escape these top hunters. In your opinion, is there any other way to stop this aggressive invader besides hunting? And this is the bitter end that the wild boars had to pay. Therefore, hunting wild boar in the US is extremely dangerous and not a joke, especially in dense forests full of traps. This activity requires careful preparation, iron discipline, and close coordination with teammates. Just a small mistake can put the whole group in danger. Wild pigs in the United States often live in areas with plenty of food and good shelter. They often like to live near water sources, swamps where they can bathe in mud or grasslands, farms, and crop fields. Because of this habit, aggressive wild pigs and their sharp tusks easily access crops and cause great damage to farmers. The damage level of up to 2.5 billion USD reached the warning of the agricultural industry. Professional hunters even use airplanes to hunt down escaping wild boars. Yes, you heard right, in Texas, which is considered the capital of American wild pigs, with an estimated 3 million, causing billions of dollars in damage each year to agriculture. Therefore, hunting wild boars by plane is not only a thrilling experience, but also the fastest way to clear a large field in just a few hours. With the propellers spinning, the hunter can cover the entire area, spotting wild boars hiding among corn or bushes. That's just the beginning. The most exciting part is when the plane descends and the chase begins. You won't believe how fast the wild boars react. Gunshots rang out from above, One by one the pigs fell, leaving a feeling of both relief and tension in the heart. Even though there were dozens of pigs in the herd, only about 4 of them were lucky enough to escape from these top-notch gunmen. The most important thing is that wild boar hunting must be licensed and strictly follow local laws, both protecting people and maintaining ecological balance. So what is the cause of the destructive actions of wild boars? In my opinion, it seems like they are facing starvation and rapid reproduction. When their natural food sources are depleted, they rush into farms, tearing up fields overnight. Feral hog infestations have become a major concern for farming communities across the country, especially in the United States and Texas. They can cause huge financial losses for farmers, but I'm curious to know what you think. Do you think there are other reasons for these wild hogs to be destructive? Feral hogs start breeding very early, becoming pregnant at just 6-8 months of age, and this causes their numbers to explode rapidly. Breeding season typically falls in late winter to early spring, when food is plentiful. A female can give birth to anywhere from 4 to 12 piglets per litter, sometimes more. Imagine Texas, where in just 1 year, a small herd can grow into hundreds of pigs, overrunning fields and destroying entire crops. The farmer looked out at the fields at dawn to see his land plowed up like a battlefield, a sight both angry and desperate. Wild boars are ferocious. They rush in to destroy farmers' crops like fresh prey in front of them, but they do not know that a strong fence has been built. They have built all their hopes around the fields. They build 1.8, 2.4 meters high fences of hardwood or steel, buried at least 60 centimeters deep to prevent pigs from digging through. The work is hard. Their hands are bloody. But they are patient, because a sturdy fence nearly 2 meters high is the only shield to prevent the entire crop from being destroyed. And when the fence is no longer strong enough, they prepare traps, ready for the next battle in the dark. To hunt wild boars, with their ability to move quickly and sensitively, the use of hunting dogs also becomes an indispensable factor. There is nothing more dramatic than the sight of a pack of hounds charging like ghosts before dawn. Their barks echo through the dark night, making the hunter's heart leap out of his chest. In the bushes, the wild boars growl fiercely. The air is thick with tension. The dogs surround them tightly. The wild boars rise up, ready to charge back at any moment. Sweat rolls down the hunter's forehead. His hand tightens on the trigger, knowing that even a second of delay could turn the hunt into a nightmare. Would you dare to face a growling wild boar right in front of you? Leave your opinion by commenting below. Every step forward is a tense battle, but they do not stop until the chase is over. It may seem cruel, but that is the price the wild boars pay when they destroy the farmers' crops. To eradicate these monster wild boars, people also use trapping techniques to capture them. The herd of wild boars were calm as they roamed the fields and areas near farmers' crops, as if this was their home. But they could not have imagined that today would be their doomsday. As the sun set, the fields fell silent. The hunters walked slowly, sweat soaking their clothes despite the chill. They set each steel trap on the ground, sprinkled the fragrant bait, and then stepped back, holding their breath. Each rustle of dry leaves made their hearts pound. When they heard the loud snap, they rushed forward, eyes tense and excited, knowing that a saboteur had just paid the price. You may not have heard, but hunters here actually use boats to hunt wild boar. The sun was high in the sky, heat rising from the water, and the boats roared through the swamp. The hunters squinted, their hands gripping their guns, their hearts pounding like drums when the wind was dry. There was no turning back. Today was a fight for survival, and they would fall.
Folks, that did not take long.
After the hunters' raids, the number of wild boars killed reached hundreds of thousands. The way farmers here deal with it is to bury it to avoid polluting water sources and spreading disease to livestock. In some places, pig carcasses are also collected and destroyed according to government procedures to ensure biosafety. This not only protects crops, but also maintains ecological balance. At night, hunting wild boars becomes more intense and dangerous than ever. They are usually more active and mobile at night, so hunting them at this time becomes more effective. Every small noise makes the heart beat faster. The flashlight flashes. The wild boar's eyes flash like ghosts playing in the dark. The hunter holds his breath. His hands tremble, but still tightens the trigger, knowing that even the slightest mistake can turn them into prey. This is a moment of extreme concentration, both fear and excitement.